How's everybody doing today? Today we are going to dive into Powerheads. A lot of freshwater guys never thought of using Powerheads. I know you African cichlid guys have always been using them. That's why the high doors got so popular in New England. But a lot of the other freshwater folks never even thought of using them. Guys are starting to keep a lot of river tanks now. And hang on the back filter or canister filter is just not going to give you the flow that a river has. So the Powerheads come into play. Powerheads are also very important in keeping your tank clean. The extra flow keeps the detritus from settling on the bottom, hence it stays in the water column, gets sucked up by your filter, taken out of the water column. Another big advantage to Powerheads is they help oxygenate the water. Water's turning over more oxygen is getting into the water. A lot of people will buy LED lights and they're like, how come I'm not getting this cool shimmer that I see these other tanks have? Because the water surface is flat. And if the water surface is flat, the LED is just shining through it. It's not rippling, hence there's no shimmer effect. Powerheads also give you surface agitation, which will make your LED lights shimmer more. There are several different Powerheads available. Seashea has this line. They are AC Powerheads, which means you plug them in, they're on or off. That's the only thing with them. They're very good for most tanks. They're also very good for mixing up salt water. If you want to mix up salt water in, say, a brute 44-gallon barrel, put your RO in there, throw your salt in, throw one of these in, about 15, 20 minutes, your water's all mixed up for you. They start out very small. This is the Voyager Nano. Be great for a 10, 20-gallon tank. They go all the way up to, this is the 6500. There's an 8500 that's good for 6, 7 foot long tanks. If you want to get a little more advanced, you go to the DC line of pumps. We carry quite a few from Reef Breeders. This is the smallest SIN that they make. This one's good for a 10 to 20 gallon tank. It's got a very low profile. It's probably about that big. One other thing with these, they're all magnetic now. There are no more suction cup ones. So one side has a magnet on it, the other side has a magnet. They stick through your glass. No more of those suction cups coming undone and the thing falling down to the bottom of the tank. This is a very good small Powerhead from Reef Breeders. We also carry the QP line. This is the QP5, good for probably, I'd say 30, 40 gallon breeders and up. There's 3 different sizes of this, the 5, the 9, and the 16. We have the 16s in the 8-foot lagoon tank with Bob, and it's moving water very good in there. We have his signature, which is the RPM. Very low profile pump. This is good for up to a 6-foot tank. All of these are fully controllable. They have 5, 6 different preset settings on them, or you can create your own setting. We get into the little more advanced pumps now for the DC pumps. Seashea has the Extreme series, which if you have their SDC return pump and you've already downloaded the app, this will connect right up with that app, fully controlled by your phone. If not, has a controller. You can control it manually if you wish to. You guys that are running the Neptune systems, Neptune has the Wave pump. Very good pump. You kind of need the Neptune system to use it though, so a lot of people don't really know about this one. But if you have the Neptune, great pump. My favorite of all of these, unfortunately it's the most expensive, is the Vortec by Ecotech. Fully controllable, just like all these other DC pumps. This one has a huge advantage to it though. There are no wires in your tank with this one. All the wiring is on the outside of the tank. Doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but a lot of us guys with our reef tanks and our control boards and everything else, we do everything we can to hide the wires. Why does that matter with a return pump? Well, we got to clean all these things probably every month or 2. With all these other ones, you have got to go unplug that pump, unroute that wire, take the pump, and everything over to your sink to clean it. This one, just pop that wet side head off of there, bring it over to your sink, put it in a bucket with some Seashea pump clean, or just clean it with a toothbrush. Boom, goes right back in. You never had to deal with the wires or anything else. These do cost quite a bit more. Another huge advantage though with the cost, awesome customer service. They're 3 parts. So if a part breaks on this, you can replace the part. Got a bad wet side, get a new wet side. Got a bad driver, get a new driver. Got a bad dry side, get a new dry side. Anything breaks on these other ones, you basically got to replace the entire unit. Hope that helped a little bit, guys. Have a great day.